I just found this e-commerce brand. I pulled up every single ad they're running on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to use Claude to fix all of them in under 30 minutes. Now, I put more than $25 million into paid ads with my own brand and brands we work with, and almost every ad I look at gets the same 4 things wrong. And now with how powerful Claude is, spotting these and fixing these issues becomes very easy. So you're about to watch me audit every single one of these ads live, and you can copy my entire process for your own creative right after the video. Let's start off with the hooks. The first 3 seconds. So here's every ad they've got running right now. We're gonna start with Ernesta. This is a really impressive rug company that started to grow and scale, and I'm gonna dive into the Facebook Ads Manager to look at their ads. So right now you can see they have 19 active ads that are running right now. And as I go through this, there's one common thing that I see. They all have the very same offer of $50 off your next rug, order samples on them, which is good. However, they don't have much diversity with what they're testing for top of funnel acquisition ads. And there's a big opportunity for improvement there. I'm going to go straight to the first 3 seconds of each one because that's the only part anybody ever sees. The job of those first 3 seconds is to get somebody to stop, and that's it. And there are a few things I'm looking for when I watch each ad back. The first is whether I can see something happening, because somebody should be able to understand what the product does without having to read a single word. The second is whether it says who it's for, so the right person knows that this product is for them. And the third is whether anything about it is unexpected enough to make me stop to try and figure out what I'm looking at. Now let me pull up the ads to see if it's doing one of the 3 things that I want it to do. So first, does it have clarity on what this is about? So yes, it's about rugs. It's very clear, so good job there. However, who is this for? Is this premium? Is this entry? Is this for interior designers, for consumers? It's not 100% clear on who this is for. And then the other component is what is unique or different about this? This is clear, which I like, but why this company over the bazillion other options? So for me, something's missing on point of differentiation. Now, believe it or not, the ads that look the most expensive usually do the worst. When something looks obviously produced, it feels more like an ad, and that makes people scroll away. So the ones shot on a phone tend to beat ones that are more polished because they look like everything else in the feed. Now, for the ads that aren't doing any of those 3 things, I run our creative brief skill to write new hooks. And if you don't know, a skill is basically just a saved set of instructions for a specific task inside Claude. So I had Claude analyze their ad angles based off those 3 criteria, and here's what it came up with. As far as being able to see it, it's clear, but as far as who it's for, being unexpected, none of them really nailed it. That's where the opportunity is. It writes hooks using 9 different copywriting frameworks. So one version leads with the benefit, one opens with the problem, one is built on curiosity, one highlights a use case, and it keeps going from there. So now Claude is coming back to me with a whole bunch of hooks, and then it flags the top 5 to go after. I then ran the skill with our copywriting framework to rewrite the ads with 9 different hooks and then recommend the top 5 ones it would do. So check this out. Give me 9 options from benefit-led, curiosity, social proof, something bold, risk reversal, and then it recommended these top 5. So this is one I really like. The number 1 decorating mistake is a rug that's too small. Here's the fix. Their own insight filing an ad. Why interior designers never buy standard size rugs. So once I kind of get your attention. So Claude can give me up to 15 versions in the time it would take me to just write one. And then I would just pick my favorites to allow me to test. The angle the ad takes. Once the hooks are good to go, I want to know what these ads are even saying. And this is where almost every brand has the same problem, where you look at their ads and it's usually the same idea said 5 slightly different ways. So they're running 5 ads and really only testing one concept. And when the idea stops working, all 5 ads stop working at the same time. So I'm going to run our competitive ad audit skill on this brand and all of their competitors. And what it's going to do is show me exactly how many different angles each of them are running. All right, now I decided to run an audit across their competitors to really understand the different angles that they're doing. So it came back with Ruggable, Tumble, Boutique Rugs, and it talked about the primary angle, awareness level, Ruggable, and where Ernesta can really steal ideas. So with Ruggable, it's all about washable rugs for real life. So leading with lifestyle problems, not the product, and how the rug fits into that. Tumble really leads into a problem solution formula. So emotional problem first as the hook is one angle that we could leverage after looking at Tumble. So as I look at these ads and I ask what awareness stage are they working at, they're a little too far down the funnel. They're assuming people are product aware or solution aware rather than being unaware. They're assuming people want a custom rug, but they haven't talked about why it matters or why people even need a rug and why they should customize one as opposed to an alternative option of standard sizes. When you're doing ads, that could be a very big missed opportunity when you're trying to scale to the oblivious audience that is a little unaware. Now, the thing I'm paying close attention to is which of the 4 awareness levels these ads are written for. Unaware means somebody doesn't even know a product like this exists. Problem aware means they know they have this problem, but they haven't found any product or service that could fix it. Solution aware means they know that products in this category exist, they maybe haven't heard of your brand. And product aware means they already know about your brand, but they don't have a reason to buy today. So the ads of the 4 personas, they're really hitting on just 2 of the 4, the product aware and solution aware. They do this with comparisons and the call to action. For the problem aware audience, the people that just have this feeling that my rug feels off, they're not addressing them. Or the people that are unaware, like my room feels off and I don't know why. Those are the personas that they could capture to start to educate them about the product that they offer. The thing I see more than anything else is ads that sell the product when they should be selling what it fixes. We saw this with a company called Zip Cushions, who make a custom cushion for benches, bay windows, and outdoor furniture. Their ads were all product shots, and they were only spending $560 a month on Meta when we signed them, and they couldn't get them to convert. So we moved everything over to before and after shots of the actual room. And that account now spends more than $12,000 a month with a return on ad spend over 6. Nobody was searching for their cushions, but plenty of people wanted to transform their room and the look of their furniture and their lifestyle. And by the way, if you're spending money on Meta every month and you're not seeing the sales you want, you can book a free strategy session with us by clicking the first link in the description below. We've helped dozens of brands scale past 8 figures and would love to see if we can help you out as well. Anyway, let's keep going. The offer in the ad. Now, the third thing I look at is the actual offer within the ad. And this is the part I don't use Claude for at all. Everybody goes straight to the creative because that's the part you see. But in my experience, the offer does way more for results than any new headline or new format ever will. And when I say the offer, I mean the actual deal somebody gets for clicking. A lot of ads don't really have one. They just send somebody to a product page at full price. And that's a big ask for someone who's never bought from this brand and has no idea if the product is actually any good. So they figure they'll come back later, and guess what? They never do. Something we've tested over and over is that a smaller discount with a deadline usually beats a bigger discount without one. We ran that exact test with the travel brand Turtle, where we gave them a 10% discount, but we added urgency, and that did 50% better than just a 50% discount with no urgency. So the deadline ends up doing more for you than the size of the discount. So with all that said, for this brand, I'm just gonna work through the offer myself. So right now they're pushing you to basically figure out which rug is right for you, and they're gonna give you samples. It's actually a really nice, beautiful funnel. However, they don't create any urgency on why you should do this now. And for me, that's something that we're always trying to push, because the worst thing that can happen when you're hitting people on mobile with ads is that you don't maximize urgency because you have limited time when they discover you on a mobile device. And right now, we're not seeing any of that as we go through the funnel. So whether it's putting time component based on this offer for samples or giving a reason to act now, those are things I'd be thinking through. And once I've crafted the offer, our copywriting skill can rewrite every single ad based on this new go-to-market offer, where the ad sends people. So the last thing that we have to focus on is understand where's the ad actually landing people on the website. Let me show you what I mean. So we clicked on the ad, and this is the page that we landed on. And one, I like it from a premium lifestyle perspective. It's beautiful images and assets. However, it doesn't align with that main call to action they have with the ads around getting your samples and choosing up to 5 and doing it at a low cost. You're actually making people decide on a dual funnel of shopping the collection or browsing all rugs. You have to really work to see that same offer of getting samples. And it's really not until you get into the buying experience where you start to see that call to action align with what the ad said. And so for me, that's something I would want to tackle out of the gate. As far as the buyer is concerned, the ad and the page are the same thing. Somebody clicks on an ad because of a specific promise, and then they land on the next page expecting that the promise will be delivered. And when the page says something completely different, most people are just going to click off because it's not what they came for. A lot of brands send every single ad to the same product page. At best, one of those ads actually matches the page, and the rest of them, they don't do it as well. To find out if this brand has the same problem, I run the page and the ad through our CRO plugin at the same time. So we ran the page through our CRO optimization tool, and we said, hey, what are the top 4 things to fix? So first off, the hero section doesn't match the ad hook. That is a big one. The other one is the offer mismatch. The page pushes free shipping, the ads push samples, 2 different promises. And so I really want to have a specific page for these ad campaigns. And also, there's no risk reversal. This is a big purchase. What happens if it doesn't come in time, if it's not the color, if it's not the size? That's another thing that we have to get in front of, especially with a considered purchase like this. Now, this is usually the cheapest of the 4 to fix because you're not creating anything new. And with the client I was talking about earlier, Zip Cushions, the page we built just for their ads converted over 1/3 better than the one they'd been sending to from the start. So it was the same ads, the same traffic. The only thing that changed was a page that aligned with the ads. Now, if you made it to the end of this video and you'd rather have all of this implemented by us, click the link in the description below to book a free call with us. We've helped dozens of brands scale from being stuck to past 8 figures, and we handle everything: the paid ads, the creative, the email marketing, the website optimization. On the call, we'll go through your account together and figure out what's costing you the most sales right now and show you exactly what we change first. And we'll do the audit for free. So again, you can book a free call by clicking the link below this video. And if you want to see the setup I use to catch the same 4 things in my own account automatically every week, then watch this next video. I think you'll get something out of it.